Righto, Greg, what's cracking?
Hey everyone. So this is Shed Cheers and Beers number 3, and as we know, we discussed before, it's sort of been driven a bit by COVID, but I had a yarn on mate today, and his father passed away during COVID, and that's when it really starts to hit home, you know, like he said, he talked about the funeral, he talked about just catching up with friends, and so everyone's doing hard, and so I ask you to reach out and make sure you stay in touch with your friends. The light is at the end of the tunnel. It's not the oncoming train that we thought it was. So look, yeah, just we're almost there. Stay in touch with friends and stuff, and I'm hoping this all helps. If my rough head on here helps, well then it helps. We've had a huge week. Last episode was like, it was bigger than Hitler's gas bill. It was bigger than I can imagine. And
Can't say that.
I did. And we had a massive reach, and like over 20,000 reach, and it's just been huge. So questions have come in. So there's a few different things this week. We're going to talk to Mick G, the G-Band, the builder from Sydney, Mr. What's the guy's name from Officer and a Gentleman?
The black guy or the white guy?
And you want to have a go at my jokes? No, what's his name? The salt and pepper head, you know, like mine. Anyway.
Had the gerbil problem.
Yes.
Greer.
Why would you remember the gerbil problem?
It's a bad joke.
Anyway, listen. So we're going to have a talk to Mick G, super sweet. We've got a whole heap of things to cover. We've got a new competition this week. Adventure Moto in Sydney have put up a 5-litre fuel bag. We're going to talk about fuel bags. It's one of the questions we've had.
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
anyway,
Damien.
Thank you. So we're going to cover a heap of things. We're going to smash through it. We'll do some questions we have. But we've got a competition. It's called 1 Down, 5 Up. Motorbike reference thing, you know.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So 6 questions. You can get 1 wrong. That's the down. 5 up, you've got to get them rest. It's on geography this time. And what we'll do is, later on, I'm going to ask a question. First person through on the computer with the right answer, or right there, types in the right answer, we'll get them to join, we'll interview them, we'll go through it then. Okay, some things I'm going to cover off first of all. On this bike over here, Troy, we have an extended clutch arm. And this clutch arm is a camel one, yes. Now I took my crash bars off to fit this, and then hit a kangaroo, because
Not a camel.
because that lever hits for the crash bars. You will want a minute, please. Now I'd like to address Adrian Robinson, who is on the Yamaha Tenere 700 T7 Australia Facebook page. Adrian, full credit for this. We've talked about it. Mate, you went out and did it, okay? You went out and did it, my friend. So, what Adrian did was what we've been talking about for ages. You can't fit this extended clutch arm because of the crash bar. So, Adrian, if you go to the Yamaha Tenere 700 T7 Australia website, Adrian cut 8mm out of the crash bar, cut it back to the second hole, which I've done with mine, and fit it up, and he's done a great job. So we'll just go over now. I'll just grab a light on my way past. And what I'll do is I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to show you what he's done and how clever Adrian is. And kudos to you, Adrian. That's a bit difficult, but okay. So down in here, this is the standard clutch arm. Okay, you can see here we've got clearance. With the extended clutch arm, it hits on here. Now, as Adrian's covered off on the website, you can see here, the bottom corner, where he's taken 8mm out of this here, cut 1 notch out and put the extended clutch arm on. Adrian, you are a workshop legend, my friend. Not only did you think about it, like we did, you didn't talk the talk, you walked the walk, my friend. So kudos to you. That's the first check off for today. I'm going to run through a couple of questions. We're going to go to David Poole shortly. Actually, Pooley, if you're watching this right now, down the bottom corner on the right-hand side, there should be a thing there to join the conversation. Troy, you need to tap on that and watch that and make sure he gets on board.
Got a question from Harry regarding that if you want it now. Yeah. Okay, so Harry's asked, what does the extended clutch arm do compared to stock?
It just makes it lighter, H. Is that Harry the Mad Dog?
Harry L?
Yes, Harry the
Mad Dog.
So, yeah, it just makes the clutch lighter, mate. I've got to tell you, when I first did mine and having the Yamaha hard part levers, it actually felt so light. It was like I was worried in the tighter going that I might actually slip the clutch because I struggled to get feel for it, to find the engagement point of the clutch pedal, the clutch arm. So Jeff Stanley, a mate from America. Jeffrey, you like the hat, do you, mate? I wore it tonight, especially for you. It keeps my hair out of my eyes, and I wear the hat. So yeah, kudos to the hat.
Is he in yet? David Poole, no, he's not ready yet.
Not ready.
Stewie Mack wants him in there now.
Stewie Mack. It's the farmer.
Dean Fuller said, g'day Crash and TB. Ollie,
can you type back and know remember how many fingers do you have, Ollie? Like Ollie's missing a heap of fingers. The guy used to hang on to his gas like nothing else. Another legend from the Navy. So one of what's his name's mates? But yeah, no, legend Ollie. All right, we're going to talk about where's the best place to connect your power. So Zach Gilliard asked, best place to connect the power on your 700. There's a couple of options. These are some kits we bought off eBay. They're a 3-pin kit, and it goes on the bike, and I'll show you where. But you know what? It seemed too hard for us, so over here. Let's go over here first. So here's one I prepared earlier. You take this plug off here, you plug this in, and you have 2 power outlets. Look, it's a great kit. Come off eBay. I can put a link on the website. Fantastic. Yeah, great. Now, interesting. I don't know where the fuse is for that. I don't know where the fuse power is for that. So what we did, because we're just simple people here at RideADV, this here is the power source that runs the cigarette lighter. Okay? What we've done is we've put a dual USB on the other side. They don't need to see that. We've also hooked the GPS wiring up to it. Here it is here. The 2 GPS wiring. And we spliced it into that. It had a 2 amp fuse. We plucked the 2 amp fuse. We put a 5 amp fuse in it under the seat. Bang. Spliced it in. Joined, wired. What do you call that stuff? Heat shrink. Happy days. Our accumulated kilometres are around 150, 170,000 kilometres now. Not one of those has failed. Okay? Just like to do the simple method. Simon method we call it. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep.
Go.
Mate, Dean said missing 3 on the front brake hand. So look out if you're in front of me and going down hills. Lol.
I'm telling you, peeps, back in the old bull days, here is a legend. Ollie, legend. Lives at Brow, near Brow Water, somewhere like that. Missing all the fingers, can drink and ride all next day. Legend, good to see you, Ollie.
While we're strolling, Julian said Yamaha, is it Giles's, Gillies, levers or Ching Chong copies?
Okay, bok choys, we call them.
Bok choys.
So over here on my bike, I have
Giles.
the Yamaha hard parts, and they are expensive. You have to be like a real estate mogul like Troy with lots of money to afford them. But I've got a set here. Troy, can you focus in on those?
Yeah. Beautiful little articles. Nice little pieces of work.
You've got them. So the box one.
Nice.
So over here, now what I'd like to show you is this. Okay, so just take note of how much free play we got there. This is the second bike these have been on. Probably in the third bike these have been on. Probably in the vicinity of 40, 50,000 kilometres they've done. More than that, probably. We just go back over here to to Ruder's bike. So here's Rooster's bike here. Here's a set of eBay specials.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, okay. And they also have this fancy, I don't know, but if you look at the play there, look, they're great. They're adjustable. They're in, they're out, they're upside down, they're back to front. They do the whole thing. But yeah, look, just for quality. The other thing was, when I put the lighter clutch in that, I didn't realise how light the clutch was to start with because it's all to do with fulcrums and pull angles and stuff. Those Yamaha ones, and like they are expensive, like they're 170, 180 bucks for a lever, but they're worth it. Okay, they have the angles worked out, it works really well. I'm going to go back to questions.
Okay.
Have you got something?
No. No, just Stewie Mack up requesting Pooley. I think he's over here.
Okay, Stephen, you've asked about a drowned T7. No, we haven't drowned one yet.
Touch wood.
But as I think Rooster and what's his old mate from Queensland?
Billy.
Yes. Works at Adventure Moto in Queensland. Action Jackson. Hope you're there, big fella. He drowned one, but they got it going. Like it was able to go. No, but like I said, we have a secret. We have a secret about it. We have a secret for pulling the plugs out. The moment we're out of lockdown and we can get Billy McSmoker / Lincoln Bryan down here, we will do a video on it. I promise you, it'll knock you. It'll amaze you. It'll be a good thing. So, Stephen, we'll do that, mate.
Cool. How do we know when Pooley's jumping in?
Should be down the bottom here.
Little flash.
You click on that.
It says no Pooley. There he is, David Poole.
What's this up the top there?
Adding, warning.
What's it adding? Who's it adding? Pooley?
Says connecting.
Hey,
There he is. Here he is.
Pooley.
Greg, how are you, mate?
I'm really good. So for those that don't know, David, you've been doing our rides for a few years now, haven't you?
Since 2016.
2016. And you got a bit of an accent there, big fella?
Yes, Safa, I'm afraid.
I've done many a mile with Pooley, and he's a treasured guest on our rides. He's a guy that whenever you come across Pooley, so when you're riding along, and stop me when I'm wrong here, Pooley, please. If I'm talking at school,
Mate,
are you
wrong,
like this?
No, you're wrong already. No,
Are you like this?
No.
No.
You are Mr. Elbows. He's going like that.
So, mate, are you showing your 500 a day or what?
Dude, I wish I could, but as I told you, I've got no reception in my garage. So I've got no mobile data and I've got no Wi-Fi.
Garage or I'm hearing bank vault is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, mate, bank vault. I can't show anybody what's in there because, it'll be taken.
Clay's on screen wanting to see it, mate. Do what I do. Wheel it into the lounge room.
I tried. My wife told me to get stuffed.
Hey,
she's got all the finance keys. So, mate, if she goes, I'm out. I'm living
You're
with
out.
Greg.
listen, just quickly, mate, how's lockdown been?
Shit. No,
So just tell people, you bought a 250R like I've got.
250F.
250F, sorry. How long did that sit up at Watto's before you could go and, under a permit, go and get it?
I bought it on the 30th of June and I collected it on the 6th of September.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dedication, mate.
It's standing doing nothing, mate. But I tell you what, I do like your stubby coolers, mate. They work the
He's
treat.
got the stubby cooler out.
Mate, he's one of our true. Now, I do have a question for you, Pooley.
Yeah.
One of our look at this. We've got a filing system here. Okay, a bloke by the name of Bruce Casby.
Yes.
Can you ask David Poole to reveal his skincare secret, how he gets that youthful glow?
Do you know, I can actually, and strangely enough, this is courtesy of your rides. I've met some really interesting people that added tremendous value to my life. And one person that stands out is Mark Tucker, the mortician.
Oh, Mr. Tucker.
So Mr. Tucker has a secret for the lotion. Exactly, that's him. So if Kezi, if you want to find out about the lotion, you need to talk to Tucker. But I will actually say something about Kesby and Stuart Jones for that matter. Okay, they have taught me one thing, and I use this when I rebuilt my XR500. They taught me about the A game, and that has come up into play. I've tried to use it all the time, and it's fantastic. That's all I can say.
That's all I can say. Mate, I've promised you, out of lockdown, get up here. We'll go up the forest, all right?
Listen, mate.
Thanks, Pooley.
All right, Greg. Take care.
See you, mate. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Okay, so one of the other big questions we've had is how did Crash get his name?
Yeah.
There's a rim over there behind that, a blue one with a big dent in it. Look at it. How did Crash get his name? So years ago, we were racing we were doing the Yellow Mountain Race Series, and Crash, or as he's known, Wayne. And I've said before, here's the guy that I want to go and I want to be in the trench with. The two guys that stick to mind are Chicken and Crash, and not far behind them's Young Rooster. They're the guys that I want to be in the trench with. Okay. Crash has a heart bigger than Phar Lap. And when I first met him, had zero skill. Right? And I mean zero skill. And Crash, if you want to chip in here, can you join up anytime? Troy, surely you've seen what I did there now. So Crash, if you'd like to join in, please. But he was a guy that just apply, like you would not believe. And he's now one of the best operators I know. But at this unfortunate day in 2007, got him yet? In 2007 at Yellow Mountain, it all went sideways. What have you done?
You might not want to jump in.
Come on, Crash. You need to put your name up there. Big. Oh, no. I broke it. I don't know about it. I don't know about it. So anyway, I let Crash and Chicken go to Yellow Mountain on their own. Not a good move. And this is what happened. I'm going to take the phone off you now. I need to show these pictures, and we're going to cover it off. Okay, so I've got the phone here. Oh, this gimbal. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you're seeing this as well as I'm seeing. This happened at about 20 kilometres from the end of day one. Crash has arrived at the set of little moguls here, and at about 110 to 120 kilometres an hour, and he's got it all wrong. Absolutely got it all wrong. So you can see here in the photo, it's all going side. XR400, and yeah, he's just about to completely run out of talent. Okay. So we're going to go to the second photo. So now you can see it's all crossed up, and yeah, he's in a world of trouble here. At this stage, like I said, it's a fair bit of speed on board. Now he's tried surfing on the bike. Now, Max Sullivan, our good friend Max Sullivan from Motorcycle Consultating, and I'll take you to him in a minute. Max was there, heard the familiar sound of a bike flat revving, and there you go. This is what's happening. He's into the dirt here now. It's not looking good for our friend Crash. And he's now separated from the bike. Head plant, yep. Yeah, shit's not looking good here. Now, I want you to take note that he has a rear fuel tank on the back, a big tank on the front. The scrutiny did ask him if he was racing to Alice Springs at the time. The bike is still running, the lights on the back. I've got that one, this one. Now, the way this arm's flapping clearly says he's unconscious. Yeah, look at that arm flapping there. Shit's not going well. Yes, you would know the spot, Simo. Now, this is the bit I love. It's all over. It's done. And I'm just going to move this sideways a little bit. Have a go at the head on this. Have a go at the bend in the back. Now, let's get this camera sorted. I think his name is Brian. There we go. I think his name is Brian. So Jacob and Todd's dad, is it Brian? He was the clerk of course. Crashes in the ambulance. No good, right? It's just nearly brown bread. No good. Comes to. They said, you've got a concussion. No, I don't. I've had them before. No, I'm good. Smithy's old man says, yeah, you're good to go, mate. Sign the form. He signs the form, wobbles in the end of the day. True story. Comes in there dead last in around 200th or something. Then, would you believe, next day, gets up, eye closed over, bike put roughly back together by Chicken, starts 200, gets into the 110 and the 100, something 109, somewhere like that, passes a heap of people, probably went through a fence knowing him, and finished. Tough as nails, okay? I mean, you have, punch your head in tough, or you have real tough. That's tough. That's how Crash got his name. I hope that answers that, Jason Farmer.
Got a question.
A question, have any of you, us guys, used Motion Pro tyre levers? And I see the lads getting into glucose chews on rides. Your thoughts? Cheers from Kim.
G'day, Kim. Glucose chews. I'll tell you a story about that.
Glucose chews.
I'll tell you, like being our sponsor. I'll tell you a story about them later on, face to face. I'm not going to share it on the internet, but no, not so much glucose chews, like slow release from a banana or something. Would you believe it's built this body like that? But I've been known to chew in a Vita Servo if I'm in a hurry. But dead set, you can actually feel that they peak. They peak very much so.
Battered Sav.
Now, more of a hot dog bear, and more of a sausage roll man myself. But anyway, so back into that. And what was the other question you had?
Motion Pro tyre levers.
Yes, Motion Pro tyre levers. Yes, we do. Yep, no worries at all. All right.
Some people are having a bit of trouble getting in. Keeps jumping out. So Mike and Damien Spears having trouble. So a little bit of trouble there. We'll see.
Can you take that over
sort it
to
out,
the
mate?
door, please, and put it over near the door? Yeah, it's probably Facebook's doing it. Hang in there. We'll do the best we can. Roy Ward, you asked for 1200. Somewhere here. I think we pressed it out. Yeah, Rooster pressed it out. It's just there. That was the dent that deflated that tyre off a cattle grid. Trouble we've seen 1090s, 1290s, 1190s. One hit and that's it, done. Doesn't seal anymore. With a tube, you got a second chance? Nah, for us, it's tubes all the way, unfortunately.
So guys, if you're having trouble getting back in, just try and refresh. Clay's suggesting. So yeah, hopefully you can pick us back up again pretty quick.
All right, so just quickly now, I'm going to switch over to Mick G. So we should watch for Mick Gabone to join on. So just watch down the bottom there, Mickey G. Down the bottom, right-hand corner, there should be a button there. Clay, you can type up how it works or something. I don't know, mate. But yeah, if you can get on there, that'd be good. And while we're waiting for Mick, I'm going to ask the first question. So you need to watch now who's the first person to answer. Oh, God. It's almost like our mates failed. Okay, so now you need to watch for the first answer. The first person to answer this question, we will get to sign on to do 1 down, 5 up. We're going to go to Lindsay Peterson shortly too. What's that there? Did I miss something? Share with me. What do I know?
It's all good.
Okay, so all tonight will be around geography, okay? So the questions 1 down, 5 up will be about geography. So if I was to leave, I didn't prepare the question. I prepared the question. Actually, I'll do the question. What state is Cameron Corner in? What state is the Cameron Corner shop in? First person with the correct answer. Point out for me.
Fishbone's having trouble getting in as well. Okay, where's the answer, guys? Which state? Steve said SA.
Wrong, Steve. Sorry, mate.
Close. Dave said QLD.
QLD. Dave.
We
Dave
have a
who?
winner. Dave Hogan.
Dave Hogan. Dave, you need to, down the bottom corner, you need to join. Find there's a thing there to join.
I'll get you in.
Okay, so I've got my tech team. I'm telling you that's loose. I got my
Super
tech team
loose.
watching on it. Are you watching on it?
Yeah.
Watch for Dave to join. Can you find Dave in the list?
Dave's last one. Hogan. Hang on there, Dave. Get you in there, brother.
Come on.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, get Dave on.
Let's get Dave in.
Click the button, Dave.
Searching for you, Dave. Here we go. Adding.
Is Dave up?
No. He said it's done. Try again. Let's try again, Dave. Add you in. Adding now. Connecting. There we
Hello.
are. There's Dave.
G'day, Dave. How you going?
G'day. Good, thanks. Yes, yep. Sorry. Just wake up after night shift. Yep. Africa Twin.
How is your geography, lay of the land in Queensland and desert areas?
More coastal Queensland. Desert areas not so good, but I'll have a crack.
Okay, so you get to win a 5 litre. This is an 8 litre, but you get to win a 5 litre.
We'll cut it down for you.
A 5 litre ADV Works fuel bag. Do you have one?
No. I'd love one.
Well, then it's half a chance.
Chance.
In 1 down, 5 up, you'll get 6 questions, but you can get 1 wrong. Okay?
Can you phone a friend?
You can phone a friend, and Troy can be your friend because that's easy. How's that?
Sounds good.
All
A lot
right.
of pressure.
First question, no pressure. Well, first, you actually stole one of the questions. So, if I was to leave Quilpie and I was heading to Birdsville, what is the biggest town or the major town I would go through before I get on the dirt?
Geez.
Start with a W?
Starts with a W.
Starts with a W.
Winton.
It's like
Did you say Windor?
Windora.
Windora. We have a winner.
I've got a speech impediment. It's a bit of Tourette's.
Right.
Apologies. Yeah.
We're 1 down, 1 up so far.
You're 1 up. If
No,
I was
it is.
going up the Birdsville track, there's one place on the Birdsville track about the middle where I can get fuel. I can get a burger. I can get a beer. It's the only place in the Birdsville track. What's the name of that town/place?
Jeez.
Starts with
I could apologise. I haven't been out there.
Okay, do you want to phone a friend?
Yes, please. Yep.
I've got-
I need all the help I can get.
I've got the Stig in the background here.
Couple of Muppets.
You haven't seen him, but you can ask the Stig.
Please, Stig, I need your help, mate.
Neither of these two, no. It's Maringa
Mangarani?
Rennie. You're right.
Mangarani?
You're
Yeah.
right. It's Maringa Rennie. This is a joke. Do you know the
Lucky you're doing the nabs, mate.
Do you know the Strzelecki track at all?
Yes, never been on it, but heard of it. Yep.
Do you know the name of the town it starts?
Oh, jeez.
If I was to say Lyndhurst, would you pick Lyndhurst?
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
You're right.
Absolutely.
I think we're in the 4th gear, aren't we?
That's it. Yep, go on.
Simo's all over this. He'll help you.
If I was leaving Tippabara and I was heading to Burke, there's a town in the middle. I can get fuel. I can get Chico roll. I mean, how good is Chico rolls?
Love the Chico.
And that's the last question, by the way, is to do with Chico roll. Geography.
They're a staple.
That's it.
Yes.
I like
Bit of cabbage, can't go
What
wrong.
is the name of the town between Windora and Tippabara?
I've got no idea there, guys.
Did you say Winnering?
Yeah, my Tourette's again. It's
Okay, yeah, Winnering. Well
I
done.
skipped my medication.
Well done.
Jeez, he's keen to cut that bladder up into a 5 litre.
I'll share it with everyone.
We'll take this a bit more seriously next week. We're learning.
Clint's got it. Clint's got it covered. He's chipped in there to help out.
Okay, now I need to know, and you got to get this one. Now I'm going to have a drink of my beer. I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to take, so you might have a second. Something might pop up on your screen. Someone online can help you. What's the name of the town where Chico rolls are made?
Ooh.
Holy crap.
In Australia.
In Australia.
Bit of bok choy in there.
Is anyone helping?
I'm out. I need a lot of help.
Okay. We've got
Chickens.
chickens.
I like it.
I will say.
That's got a win for last.
Bathurst.
Is that your answer?
Well, Greg said Bathurst. Scott said Chicoville.
Yeah. Greg and Simon, they're pretty cluey
I've got
fellas.
another
So I'll have to
Bathurst.
go with them.
Steve says
Bathurst
Bathurst
sounds
in
pretty
the background.
Yep.
Bathurst it is, my friend.
Hey, we
Congratulations.
have a winner.
You are the winner of our first down, 1 down, 5 up. Now, if you are watching anybody else, it's going to get more serious in following weeks, okay? What I will get you to do, mate, is I'll get you to message the RideADV Facebook page and give your name and address, and we'll get onto Adventure Moto. Steve Smith, who's going to join us next week, I believe, will chip in, and I'll get it sent off. Chip in next week, but I'll get Steve to send it up to you. 5-litre bladder, mate.
Bloody lovely. Thank you
Mate,
very much,
when
everyone.
you
for
get
your
off
help too.
that night shift, mate, we'll get you on to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
And FYI, RideADV will be in Queensland next year. We've got one of our guys going to Queensland next year. Plan is to send a bike up with him, do some pre-run and get some events. So we'll do a couple of events next year in Queensland.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, good catching up with you, mate.
Thank you very much, guys. And
No
everyone.
worries, mate. Thank you.
Thanks for your support, brother.
Bye.
Cheers, man.
Can we get Mickey G online? Can you see if we can pull up Mick G?
There's some talent in these guys.
Yeah,
But there's some good support too.
that was the loosest quiz I've ever seen in my whole life.
But fun. A good laugh. Yeah, for Mickey G.
Mickey G, bottom right-hand corner. Both of them, they're flat out on. They both got their glasses on. You got him.
Adding him in, mate. Adding him in now. There's nothing we can't do here. Stig, he's on the job. Here he is.
Mickey G.
Mate, I've missed half the phone and half the transmission. I couldn't get it to load. Technical difficulties all the way, Greg.
All round.
Hey?
But we got you.
Mate, I missed you, big fella. How you going?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm in the shed just for you at what time? 7:30 p.m.
I got to
Can you
admit,
see it?
of all the people I've spoken to during this, Mick, and you're one of the most positive, and I know as the builder with the most.
Don't know about that.
You guys had a 2-week lockout where you actually couldn't work, and I rang you, and you were very positive up, but you were taking some time to fix some stuff and do some welding, and you were all over it. So you use that time positively.
I think it's COVID's affected us all. I'm in a really good position compared to some, so it wouldn't matter if I only had my shirt on my back. At the end of the day, I'm sure there'll be people worse off than myself. And we've got a few guys that work for us, and we've obviously went into the full lockdown, and then we're able to come back. And everyone so far, we've been able to sort of cover their time at work, and so that to me is the main thing, that the guys are all okay and everyone's in good health. And so we'll just keep pushing through what the government keeps throwing at us, or COVID keeps throwing at us, however you want to take it on that light.
Kudos to you, Mick. Has Mick got his shirt on? Mick got his,
He does.
have
Yeah,
his shirt on.
sharp as.
Oh, look at that.
So postman
Rooster-
dropped off for you.
Rooster gave me a ring and said, mate, you got to look the part tonight and spruce yourself up. I said, oh, you're one to talk, Rooster, huh?
$1 million.
What about his Taliban beard he's got? Like, seriously?
I know. He's actually scaring clients these days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's got a head worse than a robber's dog, I tell you.
He has. So how much can you see on that? Can you see what I'm looking at, Greg? Because obviously I'm really technically savvy.
Hang on, mate. Yeah, I can see you, mate. I can see you.
So if I walk around, or can I flip the
Flip
screen
the
on this
screen
thing?
and flip the screen and share the viewers what goes on in the
Can I
Mickey
just
G.
turn the phone, or can I... Oh, look at this. Can
Look
I...
at that. You've
Okay,
done
so
it.
there you
Well
go.
done.
Why don't
Yes,
you
the
take him on a quick shed tour, okay? I
Yep,
have to go to the
I
little
will.
man's room, and I'll be back. You take him on a shed
Oh.
tour.
It's all
All
yours,
right,
Mickey.
no drama. First, I wanted to say g'day to everybody, obviously watching. Obviously, I'm not too sure if everyone knows who I am. Obviously, Greg calls me Mick the Builder. Mickey G's my name, and this is, I'll just show you around. This is our shed. This is a place of work. We're builders. If we can help anyone out through COVID, more than happy to do so. Couple of little COVID things I've been working on. I've got a tinny here, and we're just setting up for a tinny bash. So I've just put some shelving, some flat plates in here. Done a bit of carpeting, as you can see, changed it up a little bit, make it a little bit more comfortable. And then over here, we've got our new rig, our latest rig, which is an old Ford Falcon ute that we're going to do the redneck rally in. So hopefully, due to COVID, obviously everything's been held up and I haven't even been out on the bike. I know this is a bike, predominantly a bike show, guys.
That's all right. Shed show. We show the sheds, mate.
Yeah, bike shed show. There's no actual bikes in the shed at the moment because of with all the lockdown, we've done our maintenance and I've done all the stuff I needed to the bike. There's really nothing to do except for ride, and I can't actually get out there. So next. So the Tinny Bash is in November. Hopefully we're still able to go, and the Redneck Rally is in March next year.
Mickey, the seats you got in the back of the ute there, mate, are they going to be welded in there? And is that where the passengers go?
Mate, love to think that we could actually throw a few passengers.
Is
on
that
the back
ADR
of the
compliant?
No, not at the moment, Greg. I'll have to get that passed, engineered and passed. Yeah. As you can see, I am capable with the couple of welders and stuff that we've got there.
Is it a MIG or a stick?
Well, I've got the MIG set up over there. I've got a stick up over there. And I've just in COVID taught myself how to TIG weld aluminium. So you went for the little boys' room, Greg, but I did actually weld up, and I will show you because I'm pretty impressed with myself. Welded up a little bit of a.
This show only has room for one ego, mate.
And you can see that is a TIG weld aluminium. So
that's clean.
I know you wouldn't actually believe me unless I could actually show you some evidence. So. Anyway, I was actually reminiscing when you actually said you were going to cross over to the Gamney shed and come on and say hello. And I do remember a time when we were with the old bulls, when I first actually met yourself, being TB, the hero, the legend. And we did the Wombian Caves ride.
Oh,
and
it rained, didn't it rain?
We met on a farm at Wombian Caves.
Yeah.
Kel, the unit, was with me on the ride, good mate of mine.
And he is a unit.
And we had a few guys come up from Melbourne, from the old bulls down there.
Yeah, Menace and Ado.
Absolutely. Moto. It absolutely pissed down from the moment we left the farm at Wombian Caves Road all the way to Hampton. That's where our stay overnight. That's where we were staying.
And we got on at that night, didn't we? I mean, fair income. Yeah, that night on the Cairns was a night legends have been written about.
Oh, the thing I remember the most is riding up waterfalls.
Yeah.
That's how much
it was huge.
We were going across the top of the actual range, and I know Unit Kel was actually singing to himself because he was that friggin' cold.
What about crashing his underpants going through that river?
Mate, well, Crash has got a story about every ride. We can't go to everything because I actually lost transmission. So does anyone know why he's called Crash? Or
we got all that. We got all that. Yeah, we got all that.
Big stack.
Yeah, look, so everyone that lost transmission or was sketchy, it gets loaded on Facebook by tomorrow night. We'll get it loaded on Facebook and it'll be there for everyone to have a look at. Not Facebook, sorry, YouTube. Stig's just poured his drink down his front. Fair income. You think with a mouth that big it'd fit. So yeah. Hey Mick, that's really good catching up with you, brother. And I'm sure the women, you being the Richard Gere, salt and pepper, sort of bloke. I'm sure the women
are on top. Greg, unfortunately,
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to love you and leave you, big fella. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll probably catch up within a week or two, but mate, the moment this is over, we're gonna do my 53rd birthday party. Remember?
Yeah, no dramas. I can't wait to catch up. Obviously, getting out on the bike is the number one priority for me. I haven't so long. As you know, the beginning of the year, I was committed with work, so probably some of the rides I did do with the beginning of the year, nobody actually seen me involved, but obviously keen to get out there now and get amongst it.
There's 700 there waiting for you. By the time you get on board, mate, I think we'll be on the new one, so we've got a new batch coming.
Actually, I got one more thing, and it won't take long. Remember when I brought the 3 daughters along and you nearly shit yourself because you didn't
Here's a funny story, right? Here's a funny story. Mick, we're doing an intro. So Mick says, I'm going to bring the 3 daughters. Bree, Olivia, Alicia. Right. So, no worries. So, mate, you got bikes? Oh, maybe should have. And there was a miscommunication somewhere in there. Mick's adamant, and I'm sure he's right, and I'll take it. Mick said, no, we'll need bikes. So we're standing at the front a bit like this. Mick turns up. There you go, mate. Mate, Mick goes, where's the bikes? I'm like, what bikes? And he goes, you're providing bikes. Oh, yeah, mate, you got it. Yeah, no worries, I'm just going to go organise them. We had some bikes to be returned to Yamaha. They were back to standard, no bash plates, the whole lot from the, yeah, wheel it out. Get a number plate there, wheel it out. Yep, no worries. 3 bikes, done deal. How easy was that?
So I reckon you were nervous when I rocked up with 3 girls, and I was even nervous when we were riding along the freeway and I had 3 girls sitting on the road thinking, oh, what have I done here, mate? They did
a good job, and Bree helped us out so for a few years there. Bree was great, and she actually, Bree, to her credit, and for Bree, life got busy and stuff happened, but Bree's in the background, don't worry about that. She actually helped me set up some of this stuff for this Facebook Live to do this. She chips in every now and again, God love her, and we miss her. We miss you, mate, and we will catch up soon.
No worries, mate. Thanks again. Say good night to everyone.
Will do, mate. Lindsay Peterson, if Lindsay can chime in from your garage, we need to have a look at your AJP. We need to have a look at your BMW. We need to have a quick chat, mate. I'm just going to check the time. See that, Raquel Seal? That's my watch cover, okay? If you want to make fun of it, I keep smashing watches. I don't smash them anymore, right? Not digital. Have a look for Lindsay Peterson, please. While we're waiting for Lindsay Peterson, Jason asked a question, Jason Cutchell. A broad question, I expect an even broader answer. Have you or any of the crew noticed fuel consumption gain or loss with the exhaust changes? Better with the Arrow, better with the standard Camel. What I can tell you, as far as exhaust go, now I'll just swing over here if you can, Troy. This weighs nothing, and it's an open header. So in the standard headers, the catalytic converter is in here. Okay? The catalytic converter offers a restriction. Great. So on my bike, I put that on. I put the open Camel high up exhaust. Happy days. Ran it with an open flow airbox, which you saw last week when I thought there was a filter on it. And off we went. Immediately, we lost bottom end. So it worked really well up top in the RPMs, but lost bottom end. So we obtained a tuner where we could put a tune in for closed circuit, obviously using the volume.
Obviously.
And again, everything was up the top. No matter the 3 different tunes I tried, everything was up the top. So in the end, I've gone back to a standard headers with the catalytic converter, the open flow exhaust, the open airbox, and standard tune.
Lindsay's saying, mate, that he can't get on. A lot of people can't seem to be able to get on to
Just try refreshing it
with the iPad, or there's nothing in your settings that are restricting at the moment.
Lindsay had trouble the first week. Just Bruce's working on that now from where he is.
He's remote.
Remote, so he's working on that. So listen, so just back to this tune. These things make 74, 75 horsepower. My dad used to tell me anything more than 25 horsepower was wheel spin, okay? I seriously don't think they lack horsepower, although I read on the internet they do. People need 120, 150 horsepower. They make a heap of power. They put it all to the ground. They really go well. Have I noticed, sorry, Jason, I got sidetracked. Have I noticed a difference in fuel consumption? No, I haven't, mate. Not at all. Not between the open, not between the... I can run this out of fuel without the Camel tank before crash. Most blokes are better than me in my team. I'm a bit of a full of bone sort of guy, I don't know if you've noticed. But I normally run out of fuel about 10 to 15 Ks before them. No, I haven't noticed any difference with all the changes we made. Although, I will say, with the big tune, did notice that, yeah, I was using a lot more fuel, to be honest. How are we going there, boys?
Yeah, but they just seem to be having trouble if they're... Oh, there we go, Lindsay. Lindsay does, or we do?
So once you've set it over there, Lindsay needs to hit it in the bottom left-hand corner. You can't. Because?
She needs to accept it.
So Lindsay, you have to accept it.
She needs to allow it.
Need to allow it. Apparently your setting doesn't allow it. We got any questions while we're waiting? So just how did this come about? Look, this is like the racks, and I'm just going to get a set of racks from over there. I've just sent my runner over to get a set of racks.
So the
we came into this kicking and screaming. Okay, we're not about fancy videos. We're not about bloggers. We're not about, you know, too many people after how many YouTube hits or whatever they got. We're not about that. Okay, I just want to make sure that we can touch. Let us say touch people.
Reach out.
Okay, I want to reach out to people. These racks. Okay, we got our own racks. We got our own racks made by Ronnie Sant. Okay. We went into racks kicking and screaming. These things are the poo. They're the best rack on the market if you don't want a pillion peg, okay? If you don't want a pillion peg, these are the best. They're strong, they're handmade, they're hand welded, they're hand painted. They are a bit more expensive than others. They are the best things on the market. They're narrow. Have a look at the arse on this. Like fair income. It's nice and narrow, it's great. But we went into the rack market.
Oh, sorry, not your ass, the bike's ass.
Oh no, mine's white. We went into the rack market kicking and screaming. We've gone into this kicking and screaming, okay? But we want to make sure everyone's okay. We want to make sure everyone's out there. We want to touch base with everyone, and that's part of why we're here. So if it's not professional, if it drops out, I'm sorry, but we're doing the best we can, okay?
Looks like Lindsay might be coming in, hopefully. She needs a phone. Linz, can we get her on a phone?
He'll sort that out.
Here we go. He's trying. No. Dropping in and out there, Linz. I know you're trying.
Or I go to the other questions?
Okay.
All right, I'll tell you what. If someone can answer this question, spur of the moment, I'll do another competition. 1 down, 5 up for a free 2-day ride and RideADV. There you go. Bang, it's done. That shit just happened. If you can answer this question, where did the first RideADV, you've got to type this up, where did the first RideADV bridge to bridge in 2014 go from? It went from one major city to another major city. First person with the answer, what's that, Troy?
Typing furiously. Come on, guys. Free ride. Which town? Did we go Sydney to Brisbane?
Yes, we did. Who was it?
Stevie Parrish.
Okay, you want Stephen Parrish to join us?
Steve, jump in if you can, mate. Join. Sorry, Simo, you just got pipped at the post, mate, by Stevie. Let's see if we can find Stevie Parrish.
Bottom. Got him. Bottom right-hand corner. Stevie Parrish, you nominate to join.
Bottom right-hand corner, Steve. Working live. It's never easy, but we're getting there, guys.
Don't work with children, animals.
And
are you on a phone, Stevie Parrish? Who was the next best, Simo?
Nothing on the bottom right-hand side, he said.
Green.
Green?
Next to the like.
Next to the what?
Like button.
Speak.
Next to the like button.
Next to the like button. You've got 10 seconds, and I'm switching to Simo.
He's trying. He said, nope.
Is he on a phone?
Are you on a phone?
On a phone or a laptop?
Simo, get in there.
He's trying phone now. He's trying.
Quick,
He's
who's going to be
desperate.
first, Simo or him? Such tension. While they're doing that, next week, we're going to talk to Nick Dole from Technic Motorsport. We're going to talk to Steve Smith from Adventure Moto. I need your questions during the week. You have to send questions on the bottom of this for next week. We will cover them, okay? We got no one?
There he is. I know he's trying to come in.
Same thing as
Listen
Lindsay.
to this.
Have a go.
Take over from the tech crew.
Same as Lindsay.
No ad. What about Simo?
He's got to allow ads.
Got to allow ads, boys. You got to allow ads. Steve Parrish, you don't come up with any ads. I'm going to add Stevie Booth. There you go. Put Stevie Booth on. My mate, he's in Queensland. My mate, Stevie Booth. Get the camera sorted out. Come on, get that gimbal going. My God, what is going on? Come on. Hold it.
There he is.
Who we got there?
I don't know, Steve.
Hey, big dog.
Here he is.
Stevie Booth.
Hey, mate.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, pal.
Good. So for viewers, Steve is one of our customers who's recently moved to Queensland. Got a really smick DRZ. You've just rebuilt, Steve? DR, sorry.
Yeah, mate, she's rebuilt. Yeah. You still see me? I'm going into the dark. I'm going to go to bed if I'm talking to you guys.
It's got the blingest set of wheels I've ever seen, that bike, actually.
Sorry, mate.
It's got a really bling set of wheels, that DR, hasn't it?
Yeah, those SM Pros.
Yeah, how good's that? All right. Steve Parrish, Steve Booth, whatever. Steve, we're going to go with you. You want to play 1 down, 5 up?
Yep. I'll go.
Okay, so I'm just pulling these questions. So where was the first bridge to bridge? To and from?
Sydney to Brisbane.
2014. 2016, where was the second bridge to bridge?
Melbourne to Sydney.
Wow, he's on fire. Like, literally
on that
grabbed
one.
his signature. Third bridge to bridge, 2018, went from where?
I think it wasn't the other way, Brisbane to Sydney.
Correct.
Yes.
You're three.
Yeah.
3 out of 6. Okay.
He's got the whole shot.
2020, bridge to bridge. Now, that was in one state. I'll give you a hint. Where'd that go to and from?
Oh, bugger. That was a weirdo.
Was the weirdo?
Hang on, that was the one I was on too, wasn't it?
I think it started down the south coast.
It finished at Bathurst.
It finished at Bathurst, but where did it start?
What about the Stig? Help me out, brother. I mean, I was on that ride. I can't remember. How bad's that?
Let's start with B.
Started with a B. It was down the south coast. 2 B's
Bega.
in the name.
Bega.
Hasnara?
Oh, Boggabilla, something like that.
No.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bateman's
Bateman's.
Bay, you said?
That's right. Yeah, that's what I said.
God, we run a shit competition. Okay, I'm running a question, so I'm making it as I go.
Standard gearing.
What tyre brand does the RideADV crew use predominantly?
Pirelli.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Could you help me anymore? Okay, and lastly, for your last question, for a free 2-day, I'm thinking, oh, okay. What filter oil do we, you didn't watch the first 2 episodes, did you?
What filter oil?
What filter oil does RideADV use? You didn't watch the first.
Oh, yes, I did. I saw that. It wasn't Motul, was it?
Is that your answer, sir?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
That's my answer.
Bing, 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 bing.
Hang on, I've got to put my RideADV hat on. That it? There you go.
Beautiful. All right, Steve, send me a message on Messenger and we'll hook you up with a 2-day, champ.
Nice. All right.
Love your work. Steve Parrish will look after you like we always have. You've been a regular. Simo.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Enjoy Queensland, mate. Be good. Simo, I'm sorry, mate. We'll get you back in. I actually like to have a chat with you, and we will have a chat with you. I'd like to know where you are with your Dakar plans and stuff. Simo came on one of our high country rides. A racer and just a really nice guy and a gentleman. Rode amongst our group of adventure riders. him and his mate were really good guys. Really, a really nice young bloke. I call you young bloke, Simo, so you owe me, right? Yeah, so we'll have a chat to you in future weeks. What are you doing?
Going into the hole.
Right. I think we're getting close to time to finishing up. Yep, we are. We're getting close to time. I hope I've answered everyone's messages. It's been a bit different again. We're trying different things. We will get this sorted. Again, reach out to people, to your friends, to people you know. Maybe not even your closer friends. Just reach out to people. Make sure they're okay. This COVID's taken it out on everyone. We will get there. We will have some calendar announcements for RideADV shortly. Crash and I get our heads together. We'll do some stuff. I'm going to get Abby out and do some pre-running out in her area. We'll get in touch with Rooster. We've stayed in touch with all the crew, but we need to get our stuff together and we need to start putting some dates together. We will run the WR 250R rally this year. We will run the police ride this year. They're our two big plans, and we have an intro run out of your property here at Arimba, Troy.
Yeah. And
we'll do some camp ovens and some bits and pieces on that. We'll have to engage your help on that, Troy, because we'll be out riding, having fun, and we'll get that covered off. But
someone's got to do it.
Yeah, it's true. Listen, again, I'd like to thank everybody for supporting this. I'm sorry that it's dropping in and out. You may need to refresh, but you know what? It's not our main gig. We just want to make sure everyone's okay. We want to share the knowledge that we have from what we've used and what we've tested. If you have any questions and if I've missed anyone, we'll get it back in next week. We've done our best to answer everyone we can, and we'll catch up next week.
Hey, Peter Smart, one of the top fans, said, brilliant
Smarty.
job again, Greg. And the boys really appreciate your work and your efforts to keep everyone sane during this COVID period.
Smarty, thanks very much. I got your screen. Have a zoom over here. I bought this off Smarty. What a legend. I'm gonna give that a try out. I'm just going to get some graphics made up for it. We've got some other bits and pieces. Just on a side note, I've decided the 250R that's in the box, I'm not going to build a bar out of it.
What?
Yeah, no, I've decided today I'm not going to build a bar out of it.
Going to give it away?
I'm going to give you a mummer away. And if I'm going to do 1 there 5 up, the question people can answer. Next year, I want to go out and I want to do a double Simpson crossing in the 24 hours. It's a personal challenge I've set myself. I want to do it on my own. I'll take my crew out. I'm going to have my crew set up in spots to support me if something goes pear-shaped. But it's something I want to do on my own. I'll be using all the experience I have with great people like Clay Marks and his tracker experience and his spot experience, and people like Rooster and Crash and Chicken and Mickey G and all those sort of people.
Strong's gone. What?
Yeah, no, that's what it is, mate. It's got to come out of the box. It just can't stay there. I've had to think about it this week, and I'm gonna do that, I think.
Wow, big call. Mate, Zach asked, did we answer the best way to hook up a Garmin GPS?
Yes, we did, mate. Zach, we answered it earlier on. And if you go back in the episode, it is there, mate. I have covered it off. We're recommending going to the cigarette lighter circuit, replace the 2 amp fuse with a 5 amp. We have in ours, and you can swing around here just quickly. We have wired in ours, like this one here. I have 2 GPSs here, and I have a USB port all spliced into the 12-volt supply to this cigarette lighter. And on the other side, I've put the 2 USBs. So I hope that answers you, mate. Lindsay, I'm sorry we haven't caught up. We'll find out during the week what's going on, mate. We'll get that dealt with. I'd love to have a look around your AJP.
Hey, Smarty's offering $100 donation to a charity of the choice if you complete the double in 24.
Thanks, man. It'll be Black Dog. It's a charity that's close to me and for various reasons. But yeah, I want to do a double crossing in under 24 hours. I don't want to go for a record. I don't want to do the whole thing. It's for me. It's personal, and I just want a WR250R. Drag my fat ass, and I'd like to talk about our fat ass, Troy. Can we go over here to the?
Oh, here we go. Right.
Just quickly, mate. We're running out of time.
Yeah, we can do it. Showing big wheels.
Yeah. So listen. You may find this hard to believe, but I don't have the body of an athlete, okay?
No.
No. So for me, I bought a mountain bike, and it would have done 4 kilometres, and my son rode it for 3.9786 of those, okay? I have not ridden it. I do not want to know it. I'd rather have syphilis than ride it, to be honest. But I tripped across an e-bike. Thanks to Dave O'Rourke. Ride this. Oh, no. Ride it. I've got to get one, right? Rooster was there with me the day we did it. I was lucky enough to get a 9.8 carbon rail Trek, which is obviously the supreme bike compared to something like this anyway. But Troy and I, we've been out and we've started our campaign. We punched the ride out this morning. We left at 7 o'clock. You should have seen
300
Oh,
Ks.
you got to stretch. Oh,
300
no,
Ks.
mate, I'm just going to ride the bike, mate. Seriously.
No warm-ups.
Mate,
No warm-ups.
Just get on it and ride it.
Honestly. Don't
Yeah.
damage
We're
yourself.
doing what we're doing, and we're doing what, yeah, it's going to happen. Okay,
getting out
we're
there.
Doing something.
Couple of second-hand units here if anyone wants to buy this beautiful little piece of alloy framed artistry, and another Trek option there as well.
Listen, it's not a personal thing. By the way, we've got to go. Nick Marshall, Matthew Ferry, these are coming to you this week. I'll get them underway, get them under control. They're coming to you. Some other people, Bron, miss your mum, all right, and John, who wouldn't be on Facebook because he's a hillbilly. So we need to go over and do a special sign out. We're out of here. Again, look after your friends, look after people. We're all doing it tough. It won't be long to go now. We will be going on some rides.
Back in the saddle.
And yeah. So by the way, so those that won the fuel bag and Stevie Booth, I can't remember mates from Queensland. I'm sorry, man.
Cut it down to 5 litres.
No, we'll give him a new one.
Oh.
And we're done. We're signing out. Love you all.